Well, I haven't spent much time in this room lately. This office seems pretty empty without Spaz in it. I just haven't kept it clean either since he died in July. But we got to carry on. It's fantasy football season. It just kicked off this past Thursday, and people are expecting us to make some predictions and recommend who we start and who we sit. So, I see, Spaz, you left behind a picture of yourself. Yeah, I miss you, buddy. It's a lot harder trying to make these picks without you. But we'll try to muddle through the best we can. Oh, I see you, you left some Fantasy Week picks for me for week number 1. That's fantastic. Maybe I can share these with other people and let them see what you came up with in the way of selections for week number 1. Alright, I recognize this guy. This is, don't help me, Drew Brees, New Orleans Saints. They face Atlanta this weekend, and he's a good quarterback to start, I guess, in week 1 because the Atlanta defense is not one of the better ones in the league. Okay, so the quarterback in week 1 is Drew Brees. Oh yeah, how can you go wrong with Adrian Peterson, the running back? Certainly the premier running back in the NFL right now. So, Spaz, your notes say that Brees is the guy to go with here. Man, it's creeping me out in this room. I haven't spent this much time in here lately. Running back, the other running back, that's Doug Martin of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So he's your second running back in a 2 running back league. Is to go with man, the light's moving now. Is to go with him. Maybe if I move the pictures over a little bit. Here's your first wide receiver for week number 1. That's Megatron. That's Johnson. All right, Calvin Johnson, best wide receiver in the NFL. You'd start him. That sounds like a good choice. Let's see what else we got here. Got lots of pictures. Demaryius Thomas, he's already played, and he had a great game against the Baltimore Ravens Thursday night, so I'm sure he's already put up a lot of fantasy points for a lot of happy owners in week 1. And the third wide receiver in a 3 wide receiver league, it's hard to say wide receiver when you're in this room, Julio Jones of Atlanta. Start him this week. Okay. Tight end, got to have a tight end. Looks like you picked a fan favorite. That's Graham, Jimmy Graham of the New Orleans Saints. And he's facing the Falcons, and I'm sure Drew Brees will throw him plenty of passes against that Falcons secondary. Need a defense. Need a defense in the league I'm playing in. And I think everybody needs a defense. How about the New England Patriots? That sounds like a very smart pick. They're facing a rookie quarterback in Buffalo, and they should do well against Buffalo's E.J. Manuel. Or it's just Manuel. Man, this place is pretty dusty right now, and I'm a bit unnerved. It's almost as if you were here, Spaz. And a kicker. The kicker is Matt Bryan. I recognize him. I don't know why he holds up his hands like that, but anyway, he'll be kicking against the Saints. I guess they figure Matt Ryan and Ryan's Express will put up a lot of points this weekend, so seems like a logical choice. Well, Spaz, I wasn't sure if you'd be around, so I went ahead and picked my own Don't You Dare Start Them this week's duds. And the duds I've picked, one's already played, Joe Flacco of the Baltimore Ravens. I just didn't see him doing well playing in Denver against the Denver defense. And certainly Peyton Manning outshined Joe Flacco this past Thursday night. Running backs, Eddie Lacy of Green Bay. He's facing the 49ers rush defense. Just don't expect a lot from Eddie Lacy in week 1. D'Angelo Williams, he's running against, he and his Carolina teammates are facing the Seattle Seahawks. Probably the best defense in the NFL right now. Jordy Nelson at wide receiver. He's had knee problems. Not sure if he's 100% yet. And once again, he and Green Bay are going against the 49ers defense. Hakeem Nicks of the Giants hasn't looked 100% in preseason. I'm wondering if he's nicked up, forgive the pun. But anyway, I wouldn't start Nicks. Or Stevie Johnson. I just don't know if Buffalo's quarterback is going to be able to get him the ball this Sunday as they face the Patriots. And Bennett of Chicago. They're facing Cincinnati, which I think is one of the better defenses. There's a young defense that just seems to get better every year. I don't expect a lot out of Bennett in his first game as a Bear. Defenses, I wouldn't invest in the Atlanta Falcons against the Saints. And Dan Bailey, I think he's only going to be kicking extra points for the Dallas Cowboys, who play the Giants this weekend. Well, Spaz, maybe you sense that there have been some changes going on around here. I was blessed to get a substitute, someone to fill in for you. Hopefully he'll do well. He's the Michigan Gnome. Let me introduce you to him. Here he is right there. Carrying the pigskin there. He's ready to go. The Michigan Gnome is going to do some picking for me this year. And he was kind enough to provide this week's sleepers for week number 1. And he said that these are the guys that if you're not starting them, maybe you should reconsider. So the sleepers for week number 1 are Andrew Luck of the Baltimore Ravens. No, he's not of the Baltimore Ravens. What am I thinking? He's an Indianapolis Colt. And anyway, the Colts are playing this Sunday. Have a real opportunity to run up some points. And if you skip down the list, you'll see that one of the wide receivers is one of Luck's favorite targets, Reggie Wayne. Reggie Bush, another Reggie, making his debut as a Detroit Lion. He may have a really good game against the Vikings, catching passes out of the backfield from Matthew Stafford. Steven Jackson, the former Ram, now a Atlanta Falcon. This may be a great premier game for him as an Atlanta running back. Dwayne Bowe of Kansas City is another sleeper at wide receiver. And Vincent Jackson of Tampa Bay, the third sleeper at wide receiver. So that and Brandon Myers, a sleeper at tight end. He plays for the Giants. And Eli Manning likes to use the tight end in the Giant offense. It's not all vertical. Sometimes he has to check down, and Myers is a great target. The defense that may surprise this weekend, the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the kicker who might surprise us all, at least in week number 1, David Akers of the Detroit Lions, as they face the Minnesota Vikings at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. Well, I think that's about enough energy that I've expelled here. I hope you can hang in there with us. And Spaz, keep dropping notes about who we should select. What do you mean I need to stand over in the corner? I'm not going over in any corner. Forget that. Have you seen this room? It's a real mess. Anyway, one more thing. Sunday is National Grandparents' Day. So a shout out to all you grandparents and those of you who are out there that are grandchildren or children. Do Granddad a favor and put him in front of the big screen TV and let him watch some NFL football. Because it's week 1 and there's plenty of fun. Oh, that sounds sick. Well, I better